Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Billy TKO. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like this video and also be sure to subscribe to the channel because when you guys subscribe, we go to a different stratosphere. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. If you guys celebrate, I hope you guys are eating great, spending time with your families, stuff of that nature. But on top of that, guys, today I want to talk about Ricky Starks and the Chris Van Vilet interview and the drama with Tony Khan, things of that nature. I want to kind of dive into that a little bit and actually sit down and have a little bit of a discussion about it. I was actually going to upload this video yesterday, but I was dealing with some tooth pain, so I wasn't able to. So let me shut up. First, let me say I have Discord, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all linked down in the description below for you guys to go look and check out. But let me just stop. Let's move on. Let's go dive into the video. So yeah, guys, Ricky Starks and Tony Khan, there's been a lot of drama behind this. Uncomfortable drama, too, is how I would put it. So Ricky Starks actually went on to Chris Van Vilet's podcast. I guess it's like more of an interview rather than anything. And Chris and Ricky talked, and they talked about how Ricky was spotted at the Royal Rumble, and then he was also spotted at WrestleMania. You know, maybe that's one of the reasons why Ricky has not been seen on AEW TV. I want to say since what, like March? I want to say since around March. But Ricky was like, I don't think that's the reason. I don't think I'm being punished. You know, Ricky is healthy. He's good to go. And it's kind of weird that Tony would not utilize Ricky because Ricky is one of the best talents currently that AEW has to offer, in my personal opinion. They have a lot of good talent, but there's some that stand out more than others. And I think Ricky is one of those ones that just so happened to stand out a little bit more, if I'm being quite honest. So when I watch this interview, I think back to myself and I'm like, man, like, where is AEW going wrong? And especially once I see the media scrum and Tony gets asked about Ricky and Tony just completely blows past the question and just doesn't even acknowledge Ricky in that light. Now, on top of that, I heard and seen that Ricky had been pulled from all GCW events. Shout out to Ango. But it's kind of weird because it's either they're working us really good or they are literally punishing Ricky Starks for the things that he's done. And that is insane to me because the one thing about AEW that we can all remember and look back on is that they were supposed to be the company that they didn't do things like this. They didn't hold people back. They always were going to give that free will, especially when they first started up. Got a water here. Especially when they first started up. It's kind of just weird to think about overall because AEW has done, you know, in some light they've done well, but recently have just plummeted when it comes down to like what they're trying to achieve, if that makes sense. So I see somebody like Ricky Starks who is in his prime. He's 34 years old. He's healthy. He's good to go. He can wrestle. Just sitting at home. And even Ricky talked about it. He was like, I hate just sitting here not being able to offer anything, not being able to do anything. And I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of seeing somebody of Ricky's caliber just sit at home. He talked about his matches with CM Punk. He also talked a little bit about, or excuse me, not his matches with CM Punk. He talked about his back and forth with MJF, and they also talked about the Edge stuff and everything that happened with Adam Copeland, where Ricky just completely flustered Adam Copeland, which is crazy because Edge is obviously a vet in this game, and Ricky had him flustered, and then he went back and forth with MJF on the mic and just completely stood toe-to-toe with one of the best promos in the business of MJF. And it's just weird to think that AEW would just let and sit and let all this go unnoticed. Ricky doesn't seem like the type of person with the ego at all. You can tell he's very down-to-earth. And that showed in that interview very, very well. I think overall, Tony has just kind of lost control of what AEW originally stood for. And it starts with, a lot of people will say, oh, it starts with Punk leaving. I think it actually starts with Cody leaving. And when Cody walked away, that kind of spoke volumes about where the company's direction was going. So a lot of people, I'll never forget at that time, speculated like, oh, it's Punk's fault that all of this is happening, and it's Punk is the reason why Cody left, and da-da-da. That was never actually the case. The case was that Cody seen the direction, possibly, I'm not saying this is a fact, but when you see where you can kind of tell that something's going to go downhill before it's going to go downhill, as long as you just analyze and read the room correctly. That's like all you have to do. And Cody obviously had a really good look there and said, oh, I'm analyzing the room. It's time for me to leave. But overall, people seen Ricky at the Royal Rumble and they were like, oh, he's being punished for this. And then they seen him at WrestleMania. Oh, he's being punished. That's why. And overall, there's just way too much there to not sit here and wonder and be like, Tony, like, what is the actual problem? Like, if you're mad that this guy went and supported his friend at WrestleMania, that's just childish. It honestly is. To hold a grudge against somebody, especially knowing that Dustin Rhodes was there, Aaron Solo, there numerous names from AEW were also in that press box that Ricky Starks was caught cheering in. Excuse me. So overall, just a really, really, really weird time to sit here and think of, like, especially when AEW like could use him on TV, and knowing, like, I'm just gonna come out and say it, like, AEW stories have sucked recently. They haven't been good. They haven't been captivating. Ricky Starks and MJF were two people that I was just genuinely captivated by. And even looking back at, like, MJF this past weekend at Full Gear and just seeing how just he did not care. Like, it looked like he could care less to be there. It just kind of speaks volumes about where this company may be heading, and what could be potentially happening in this company. It just, you know, what was originally so work-friendly and employee-friendly now has changed, and I think it's just changed in the wrong direction. We always wanted Tony to be the boss, but I don't think we wanted Tony to be the boss in this kind of light, because it's horrible. It's horrible. Why are we not utilizing some of the greatest talent in the world? But those are just my thoughts. Those are just my takes. Guys, if you're new here, definitely be sure to like this video, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to let me know down in the comments section below what you guys thought. Honestly, let me know what you guys thought of the interview. Let me know what you guys think of the Ricky Starks situation, because I am genuinely curious. Guys, big happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoy it with your family, if you celebrate. If not, I hope today has been great for you, and I hope it continues to be great. And yeah, just spreading love and positivity, baby. But guys, that is it. Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Discord, all linked down in the description below, so come be a part of the family, man. Other than that, go Lions, beat the Bears. I'll be talking to you later. Peace.